it's just a quick video of me rambling on about some stuff that's been on my mind lately. Nothing too serious. No. Well, it's going to be some rants about some stuff, so it might be serious. Right now, I am working on some Zulu warriors, gluing the heads and the arms and stuff together. I'm getting them ready for 2 reasons. They are going to be members of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, my Her Majesty's Name crew, for Alan Quartermain, because he can only hire Zulu warriors and British riflemen when he's in charge of a crew. That, and they're going to be their own crew, because Jake gave me the brilliant idea of having 60 some odd Zulu warriors for in Her Majesty's Name, because nothing is more exciting than a small tabletop skirmish game that has 60 some odd models. Now, I'm not really going to field that many Zulu, but I am going to hire them super cheap, so there will be at least a dozen or more. Probably 2 dozen. And it's going to be hilarious. Because that's the kind of shit that rocks. Is just irritating people with, "Wait, I gotta get my second case of minis out of the car. This is just half my stuff." So it's going to be funny. These are from War Games Factory. I picked them up at Comic Quest last week. Super hilarious, super inexpensive. 32 or 30 Zulu warriors for 20 bucks is like $1.50 a mini, a figure, which is pretty damn cool. Because as we all know, Billy's budget conscious. He's got so many babies and a wife, he cannot afford to be budget conscious. Thank you, Witch Doctor. You're welcome. So, I have many things going on. I'm still working on my Saga minis. Those guys are all armed and legged and headed and whatnot, and I have to put the spears on everybody and then prime them and paint them, so it'll be a good time once I get around to doing that. I have 64 of those models, 30 Zulus, and because I was super bored, well, I wasn't super bored, I just needed something to change the pace a little bit. I decided that I would take that game, Hey, That's My Fish, and I would paint the penguins. And so I took these little penguin guys, and I painted them. I primed them, and I'm going to paint them. They're going to be painted like regular penguins, blackish, a little bit of blues, some weird looking yellow feet, and some greens for the fish. And then I'm going to paint the bandanas, because they're all wearing these handkerchief bandana things. I don't know if they're supposed to be like napkins or what they're supposed to be, but they're all wearing them, so I'm going to paint those to designate their colors, because the game has 4 colors, red, blue, green, and yellow, and each one of those has 4 penguins representing the colors. So the kids should appreciate that. If they don't, they can kiss my ass, because, you know, I do everything for the babies. And they have no choice, because they paint worse than I do, so, you know, that's not saying a lot, but these Zulu warriors are kind of cool. The only thing I'm not too fond of, I don't know if it shows up that well on the video, is this line right on the edge. I don't know if you can tell, but they've got pretty severe mold lines all the way around, and so do the heads. And I don't know how much time I'm actually going to take to file those down or not, but whatever, you know, if I get around to it, I get around to it. If not, I'm just going to paint it, and then people are going to be like, "Did you see Billy's mold lines? Oh my god, he's got mold lines everywhere." So, that's going to be that. So, it took me a while. I finally got my gateway videos, or some of them up. I had every problem you can imagine having with Microsoft. I had. Some of the videos would load, they would render fine and save fine, and then all of a sudden there would be no sound, or there'd be no pictures, or there'd be sound and no music, or there'd be music and no sound and no voice work, and super pain in the ass. Reloaded, unloaded, deleted, rendered, redid everything like 5 or 6 times. One of the videos I actually did, I kid you not, 7 times, and that I had to do on some randomly online program that my wife found for me. And I'm not gonna lie, Windows Live Movie Maker thing is not a fun program to use. It is super annoying. A lot of my videos I was doing on the iPhone with a Splice app worked out pretty good, but even that started giving me problems. It was loading the videos, but it wouldn't load the video content. So it was super annoying. So my videos were looking a little bit ganky, you know. So there was that to contend with. Let's see. What else? Oh, this recently came up. Somebody was asking me why I felt the need to make a YouTube channel. Don't you know there's plenty of YouTube channels? There's millions of guys doing YouTube videos. What are you thinking? And I'm going to tell you the truth. This channel is not for me to get fame and glory, you know. This channel's not for me to get sponsorships or subs or whatever the hell, you know, everyone does it for. I'm not that kind of thing. That's why you never see me in any of the videos, because videos aren't about me. The videos are for the hobby. And a lot of people that make videos don't realize it. They don't fathom how people can do that. How do you make videos without being in them? It's easy. Nobody wants to see my, you know, well, people want to see me, but that's my adult audience. But nobody wants to see me. They want to see what I'm working on. They want to see what I'm doing. They want to see my technique. And that's one of the reasons I made this video. Is there was a discussion on one of the groups that I belong to, and I was answering some questions, and then somebody chimed in with their tutorial that's upcoming, that all of a sudden they're working on. And I called them out, and I was like, what experience have you got doing this particular thing? You know, what makes you capable of having the knowledge to make a tutorial video? And they were like, oh, but you see, I've done this thing a lot of times. I've read about it. There's videos. I can do it. And it kind of pissed me off, because number one, it's never ever, and since I've gotten back into the hobby and gaming and stuff, seriously gaming, it has never crossed my mind to make a tutorial video on things I know nothing about. If I haven't got the experience, then I'm not doing a video about it. That's just the bottom line. And that's my guarantee to you guys. If I ever make a video, it will be stuff that I know about, things that I can do. I'm never going to make a painting video, because number one, who wants to watch me paint? I haven't got the experience. I'm sure as hell I haven't got the skill that some of the other guys do. Like if you watch the Ebon Star or the Heretic of You, or if you go to the painting clinic with Dr. Faust, those guys can paint. Holy crap, I will watch those guys paint all day. I will beg them to paint my stuff up. They never will, because they don't like me. No, no, that's not true. They probably like me. Everybody likes me. They just don't tolerate me well. You know, so watch those guys. Those guys make good painting videos. But I'm not going to do tutorials on things I don't know about. That's just silly. That's a level of arrogance that I don't think I could ever fathom having. Like in my life, if I made a tutorial video, it would be about something I knew about. You know what I know about? Doing really cool looking bases. You know what I know about? Priming. I will do the greatest priming video ever. But I'm not going to sit here and do tutorial videos on things I don't understand. You know? I will do a tutorial video on list building for In Her Majesty's Name if you want, because that I have down. Because I learned my lessons on that game. But here's the other thing too, is there was a guy on one of the groups, excuse me, he had put up, one of his posts was, I've never done this thing before. No, oh no, it was, I'm going to be straight with you guys. I don't care if he knows, if he recognizes himself or not. Screw that shit. I made a tutorial video on basing. I've never done any basing before, and this is my first time doing a tutorial video, and you guys should subscribe to me and let me know what I do wrong and what I do right, and get me some subs. And I called him out publicly. In fact, the post got deleted, I think, because I was such a dick about it. I was like, you've never done this thing before. You've never based. You've never made a tutorial video. What the hell gives you the authority to think that you should make a tutorial on basing? What do you mean, Billy? What do you mean, what gives me the authority? Yeah, what gives you the authority to do that? Who said, hey, you don't know what you're doing, but you're going to try it, and you're going to make a tutorial video about your trial and error? But why don't you make fun of me, Billy? And you know why I make fun of people like that? Because they're retarded. Now, I don't mean retarded to be derogatory. Yes, I do. I don't mean it to make fun of legitimately handicapped people. I mean that if you have the audacity to make a tutorial video on something you've got no experience doing, you are a retard. Because people are looking for tutorial videos to gain some knowledge, to grasp something, to glean a bit of information from someone with experience that they can capture and make their own and utilize. I don't know how many times I have wasted my time in this particular hobby looking for tutorial videos on how to do specific things, and then had some jackass waste my time for 5, 10, sometimes 15 or 20 minutes before I realized this guy's got no clue what he's talking about. And then they always end these videos, when someone ends a video like this, you know they're full of shit. Subscribe, thumbs up and subscribe at the end. No. I will leave you bad feedback. You're an a-hole. You are the worst kind of person. You are a blight on humanity. You make me hate people. You make me realize why I hate people. Because you're not a good person. Anyone who takes it on themselves to make a tutorial video to instruct people on something they have no idea what they're doing, you can go to hell. Because you're not a good person. You are all about wasting people's time and energy. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I sure don't have time and energy to waste on some knucklehead's bullshit video. It's just not cool. And I would never tolerate that. I would never do that kind of video. Why? Because it's not fair to you guys. It's not fair to people in general. People go to YouTube looking for... I know some of you guys are wondering, what is he doing with a file on that man's arms? This is something I learned from sculpting class, always just score it just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of grip. I usually do it on these pieces that are holding extra stuff so there's more weight, so it gives it a little bit of extra bite. I know, the plastic glue melts the two pieces together, Billy, what are you doing? It's a bad habit I have from when I used to do clay sculpting. Oops, too much glue there. That's the other reason I hate this fucking plastic glue. So what was I saying before I lost my before I went off on that other tangent? Oh yeah, you know, that is like my pledge to you guys, and don't waste people's time making videos on things you don't know about. You know, that's not fair to people. That's certainly, like, that has rubbed me the wrong way when people do that. And there's a group of people out there a segment of people who make videos for the sake of just making videos. They want the subs. And if that's all you're looking for, find something better. Find something to be your niche. Don't ruin and piss off my hobby and my friends with your bullshit. That's not something that's going to sit well with me or any of the other guys. I mean, this community is really small, and people will find out right away when that you're full of shit. So don't do it. I don't recommend doing it, guys. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't recommend it. Look, I'm not scoring his arm this time, guys, because I'm conscious of it now. That was an unconscious thing I did before. It was like levitating. I don't think about it. I just do it. What else is on my mind these days? As some of you guys know, I used to hench for Weird and demo Malefax. And then, what happened? Oh yeah, they changed the game. Alright, I'm not going to go on that whole tangent. We've beat that horse to death already. And on the Facebooks and all the other posts and the things. And I have recently separated myself from Weird. I might have said that before. I couldn't get behind the game. I didn't like it, so Gateway was my last thing. I hosted a tournament at Gateway, and nobody went. And the reason for me hosting the tournament was because a lot of the guys on the SoCal Malifaux page were bitching about how negative it is and how nobody's giving it a try and nobody wants to play Malifaux anymore, and it's super sad and the community's going down and we're doing a disservice. So blah blah blah. Long story short, I organized a tournament with a prize, a single prize of 100 soul stones to be used at the Weird Store. Now, soul stones are like store credit to Weird. It's like a gift certificate. And that was my price. That was what I offered. Nobody went to the tournament. So. Sorry about that little break. Had to go and pick up the boy from school. So, like I was saying, nobody went to the tournament that I hosted, the Malifaux tournament. One person showed up and was like, "Hey, what happened to the Malifaux?" And I just gave him the prize support. I was like, "You're the only person that asked. You get the prize." So, yeah. So next time you guys want to bitch about nothing happening or people being negative, not necessarily you guys, but in general, if you're gonna bitch about a situation and someone does something to make it better, or to try to help, or to organize something when everyone's bitching that nothing's going on, I don't know. Maybe trying to participate a little bit would help. I don't know. That's just me. So, you know, that's what happened with the Malifaux tournament at the convention. Worst turnout ever for an event. What else went on? Am I gonna be in the mood to talk about? It should be about it. So, I mean, basically, this video is my affirmation to you guys that I'm never gonna make a tutorial video. I'm never gonna make a video on stuff that I don't know about. Things that have bugged me about people that do make videos. If you're just doing it because you want to be popular on YouTube or you want to develop a fan base, that's cool. Be honest though. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your group. Be honest with your friends. Be honest with the people you're trying to reach. Because I'm gonna tell you straight, I don't like wasting my time with bullshit. And a lot of people on the internet in general are all bullshit. I don't care to deal with you. I don't care to incorporate myself with you or to have anything to do with you. So, you know, in the end, it just comes down to being honest. I've said before, I am attending PowerCon next weekend with the wife and kids. Not going to be running demos, not going to be part of the convention scene, just going to have a good time with the kids. It's going to suck to actually have to pay for a convention. No, it'll be fun. I love supporting conventions. I love going as an attendee, and going without any real responsibility is going to be different, but it'll be a treat, you know? It'll be like the old times, where we just wandered around and bought stuff and did what we wanted and weren't really having to meet some company quota for demos and stuff. So it'll be a good time. Will I game there? If they have gaming, yeah, I'll be there. I've never not gone to a convention where there's been gaming and not gamed at some point or another. It's what I do. So, besides this stuff, what else am I going to be working on? So I've covered In Her Majesty's Name, the Zulus. I covered my saga stuff, and the penguin things. Up next for me, guys, is just enjoying myself, having fun gaming with the guys. SoCal Tabletop Group and the In Her Majesty's Name group are kind of my thing now. I'm pretty much done with SoCal Malifaux. I'm tired of people complaining that it's just a negative community and not doing anything themselves to change that or to change that perception. And then for people get shouted down, well, you know what? We're grown-ups, guys. We're adults. Friggin' grow a pair. Grow a set. Do something about it. Lead. And leave the bitching out, you know? Do I care? No, that's why I say the things I do and do the things I do. Because I'm not here to please people. I'm here to please myself. I'm here to have gaming and please myself. Dirty minds. I'm here to have a good time, guys. And I'm going to say some things that might piss you off. I'm going to say some things you might disagree with. That's fine. Guess what? I don't care. And that's going to be my mantra is, you know, every time I say something someone disagrees with, you know, if I'm flat out wrong and I say something that's just totally off the wall and off the mark, alright, I'll apologize for it, I'll correct it. But for the most part, for the most part, you know, it's my opinion. My opinion's not your life, not your reality. So if something I say disrupts you so much that you can't function and that I've destroyed your life, then you've lost perspective, I guess, because my opinions about things, about gaming and things in the community, should never affect you. The same thing for a lot of other people that have channels. You know, they may say things that you disagree with. That's fine. You know, if they're only out there to be YouTube famous, to be internet celebrities, it's fine. I don't care. Their content can be funny and useful from time to time, but I don't have to appreciate it. I don't have to be a part of it. I know what I want to do with this channel, and I know where some of the other people are, and I have a good network of support from the community. You know, I've got guys that I know in the community that are working on game demos, and they're doing some stuff. So, and that are learning new games, and they're getting in with new corporate stuff, and you know, and that's fine. That's a good time. You know, so In Her Majesty's Name is going to be my go-to demo for conventions. It's going to be what I bring to the table. I am also working on getting some miniatures for the oh, man, I've got like a brain fart all of a sudden. For Doctor Who, the miniatures game. I am getting some figures for that from shipped over the pond, so that I can play that and demo that at probably the Doctor Who convention at Gallifrey 1. That's going to be happening next year in February or March. It takes place in LA at the Marriott, I believe. But that's what I'm working on for that, and that game's silly, simple mechanic. It's pretty funny. It's not really too highly involved. The hardest part is finding the miniatures for the games. You'll never believe, but finding 28mm scale Daleks is not easy. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you say. It's not easy. But Billy, have you checked out? I checked everywhere. It's hard to do, but I found them. So that's going to be what I'm working on. And I'm going to be bringing up some board game stuff that I've been working on for the boys and for myself and with the guys. You know, like Formula D. It's a hilariously fun game that Jake introduced us to. The Jack Owens International Memorial Commemorative race is fabulous, starring Jack Owens to commemorate the day of his death. It's fabulous fun, mate. So Jack Owens will be there. It'll be a good time. Let's see. What else am I going to be working on? That should be it for right now, guys. So, you know, happy gaming, and may the dice always roll in your favor.